So finally, episode 3 and 4 of Pokemon Journey Special Arches are the release. Since just like previous week, I had already uploaded it on my Facebook page and many of you guys had already watched it. So hey, what's up guys, my name is Rishabh and you are watching Everyone's Story. So in this video, I am going to review both this episode, in which I will first give a brief summary of this episode with my personal thought, and at last I will rank this whole art out of 10. But before all that, I want you guys to let the video as a motivation purpose for me. And now let's begin. So the episode starts from where the previous one left off, in which Heatran lava formed during breath set and seems like he is on a rampage. Then we saw that the Red Guardian take a look inside of Heatran and find out that the real Heatran is actually trapped inside of the monster's world. Since because of the power of the Arches Plate, this huge monster that created. Whatever, then a huge blue color portal opens on the top of Mount Torrent, and our heroes are granted the sight of what's going on inside the monster Heatran by the Red Guardians. Then just after this, we saw Team Galactus tries to attack on Red Guardians, which our heroes sense, and I really like it so much that how they sense it. Whatever, the Red Guardian easily counter Team Galactus Pokemon attacks. And then Ash and his friend come on Team Galactus way and set them to stop all this. Then Team Galactus revealed that they are using Arches Plate and Heatran to bring back their leader Cyrus from the another universe. After that, a battle breaks out between our heroes and Team Galactus, with our heroes at Tetrum promising that they will protect and save Heatran. Though returns Rooty to his Pokeball, as he is a grass type Pokemon and it's too dangerous for him to stay outside in such a high temperature. And then he sends out his Cinderace. The battle continues and Brock tells Ash and the other to go and save Heatran, while he distracts Team Galactus. Brock sends out Steelix and Blissey and begins single-handling Team Galactus, and it was so amazing to see the man in action after a long time. Meanwhile, as Do and Dawn get closer to Heatran, Ash send out Detovish finally, and Do send out his Inteleon. Since out here we saw people getting fascinated towards Inteleon style, which I love to see. Although then we saw Ash say everyone to use their powerful water type move, and also suggested Red Guardians to strengthen their attack with their psychic power. And with all this, we saw huge combined attack hit Heatran heavily and does a huge damage too. Still, relentlessly Heatran pushes through and the new rampaging. While on the other side, Team Galactus regained the upper hand on Brock's Pokemon, but just then Cynthia arrives, saving Brock with her Gyroom. Brock still made an underground tunnel with Brock and Gyroom jump into, leading towards Ash. Meanwhile, Cynthia reveals her new Pokemon, who is a Roserade, and with that we know her 3 transformed Pokemon in enemy now. Since I had already told you guys before that in Master Class, Ash vs Cynthia match is most likely to happen. So revealing her Pokemon after few episodes is really creating a hyperness for their match. Although then we saw Brock, Steelix and Cynthia Gyroom arrive at Ash's location, where Brock triumphantly rips off his t-shirt. Since at first I thought he is going to Mega Evolve his Steelix, but no, he do it because he liked to do it. Whatever, then everyone start battling with Heatran. Actually, they are trying to trap him with the combined effort of everyone, and they even able to trap him in a massive large hole. Meanwhile, we saw Cynthia Roserade defeated Team Galactus Pokemon, and then from Blue Portal above Mount Torrent strike Heatran with a purple volt, and Arches Plate within Heatran react to it, causing the portal to open up wider and wider, beginning to provide entry to Cyrus' universe. Heatran then rise up larger and scarier than before and began climbing up Mount Torrent. Our heroes began racing up to Mount Torrent and trying to reach the spear pillar before Heatran. Meanwhile, we saw Team Galactus manage to get into the helicopter and also begins to follow Heatran. But luckily our heroes reach spear pillar before Heatran and getting ready for a massive battle. But then thankfully the god Arceus appears in a bright light in the sky above them, with everyone staring up at him in an absolute shock, and the puzzlement Arceus begins to use judgment on Heatran and the Team Galactus, and then the episode ends. So this is the 3rd episode of Legend Arceus, and now I am going to tell you guys the 4th episode brief summary, and then at last I will give my personal thought and rank this whole art out of 10. So the episode starts from where the previous one left off, where Arceus reveals itself and uses its judgment move. Thousand team Bellatrix helicopter to trash, and this time Cynthia quickly commands her Rosary to use Power Whip to imprison the evil team Bellatrix. Then Arceus closes the portal of another world, but the real threat means the monster Heatran is still alive, since it seemed at first that Arceus is intending to destroy this monster forever. But Ash and the friends begged Arceus to help them rescue the real Heatran, who is still inside of the monster version. And Arceus accepted their request and then equipped itself with the Splash Blade to transform himself into a water type and start creating a large body of water in the sky and trapping Heatran inside of it. Meanwhile, Ash formulating a plan to rescue Heatran, since it's so amazing to see that Ash being the one who is planning everything like a leader. And also I like that he is telling Dawn that there is no need to worry. Whatever. Then we saw Arceus has easily trapped the giant Heatran at one place. Then with the help of the Red Guardians, Ash, Dawn and their Pokemon are transported inside the water and also inside of the central part of the giant Heatran, where the real Heatran is trapped. Since with Ash's idea we saw awesome Piplup and Pikachu contest like combination move using Whirlpool and Thunderbolt to within the barrier that holds the Heatran. And then Intellience shoot a snipe shot pursuing a hole through which the heroes enter to get into Heatran. Then inside they find Heatran confined by waves created by the flame paste, so Pikachu used Iron Tail to destroy them all and sends a Pyro Ball on the real Heatran to bring it back into senses. And then Pikachu patches the real Heatran under his Electro Web, and then it will be more easier for Red Guardian to carry it out from the monster Heatran body. Then from outside Arceus began to destroy the giant Heatran completely, but our heroes managed to bring Heatran out on time, and the day that saved Arceus set his fire plate back. And then we even see the hijack of Ash and Dawn followed by Piplup and Pikachu. And also after a long time we saw Brock to be in his real form with Cynthia this time. It was so nostalgic to see. Whatever, our hero thanks Arceus for help, since when Arceus was leaving, Team Bellatrix member asked him about Cyrus, but they get no answer. However, at last we also see Resident Arceus, their main protagonist Ray, with the 3 starter Pokemon, since this clip was only included as a promotion purpose and it not have any connection with the anime. So now in my opinion this art was super amazing. In the first 2 episodes we saw a very good build up for the last 2 episodes. Also I liked it so much that the dog Pokemon world appeared and our heroes were talking to him and asking help very casually. Team Bellatrix motive was very clear in this art, only to bring back their leader. However, their mission isn't finished, nor they had given up their hope. So if the writers want, then they will show them again in future. Although seeing Cynthia and Brock in action was so cool, and most impressive person in the whole art was our boy Ash Ketchum. As either I thought about combining all the water type moves or trying to trap Heatran or using combined move to go inside of Heatran and bring him out on time. All these things were done by our boy Ash Ketchum, and he do it like a leader. Actually for a minute I just remember the Talos Ash. Whatever, now in my opinion this art that are 9 out of 10. One of the best Pokemon art. Now that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. So don't forget to subscribe this and hit that bell icon to get more related videos in future. Also be sure to comment your thoughts and ideas about this whole art and also your favorite movement of this art. Now at last as always, you guys can follow me on my social media handles like Instagram, Twitter and my Facebook page. Thanks for watching.